was the destination today. It's super windy out here, so hopefully you can hear me. If not, I'm going to just film and overdub later. But this was the destination today. This is one of the most infamous roadside attractions in the United States. Pure Americana. Are you ready for this? I present to you Carhenge. Look at this. Freaking Carhenge. This is something I have wanted to see for a long, long time. And I've seen a lot of big roadside attractions across the United States. This kind of reminds me of Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo, Texas. But you can see all the cars here are colored gray to resemble the stones at Stonehenge. So you can't graffiti on these. Cadillac Ranch, you can bring spray paint and you can add your own artwork to everything. But here at Stonehenge, or at Carhenge, you cannot, because the cars resemble Stonehenge. They're supposed to be gray. But these are actual cars. There's 38 of them total. And Jim Rander was the man that created this. This is his hometown here in Alliance, Nebraska. I notice when I stand by the cars, the wind actually dies down. They help block out the wind. But Jim Rander created this in 1987 on the summer solstice, which is actually coming up here pretty soon. June 20th is about a week away. So just over 30 years ago, this was created. And he studied Stonehenge while he was living in England many, many years ago, and actually recreated these cars to be almost exactly like the way the rocks are at Stonehenge. This is so crazy. This is amazing. Wow, look at this. You can even spin the tires. So here we are. Why did he do it? Well, I read that he did it for his father. I'm going to walk over here because the wind's starting to blow. I'm going to hide behind this car because the wind isn't too bad. So supposedly he did this as a gift to his father. But who knows? Who knows what the real reason is? It is really, really cool. And like seeing pictures of this for years, it's a very unique experience being here and actually walking in the shadow of these massive cars. This is insane. Oh, that kind of looks like the Wayne's World car. It's got a lot of bird poop on it. This is amazing. And there's other artwork here too, so I'm going to share this with you guys here in a little bit. And I've also heard that there's a white car up on the hill over yonder that you can autograph and sign. So even though you can't spray paint or marker these cars, there is one that you can leave your autograph, leave a mark on. But this is awesome. So here we are. This is Carhenge, one of the most notorious roadside attractions in the world. It really is. It's like a weird combination of Stonehenge and Cadillac Ranch. And I will say this is located in Alliance, Nebraska, which is like the middle of nowhere, western Nebraska. We're in the actual Panhandle of Nebraska. That's what you call it, western. Like it's a nose that sticks out, whatever you want to call it. The western edge of Nebraska is known as the Panhandle, and that's where this is located, smack in the middle of. So there's really nothing around here, no major cities. You really have to make this a destination if you want to come into this region and experience it for yourself. I mean, look at this one. It's kind of half coming out of the ground. What do you think of this place, Connor?
I love it.
You love it?
Camp here.
It would be pretty wild to be here at night. It'd be kind of eerie to be here at night. It's almost like, I don't know the history to Stonehenge, so and I think it's a mystery to most people today, but it's almost like you can see people being sacrificed in this to the car gods. This is so crazy. It is kind of Children of the Cornish. Well, that explains the bird poop. There's pigeons living inside the cars. I don't know how they got here. This is literally middle of nowhere, Nebraska, and there's pigeons. Crazy. Look at this. You can spin the wheels, axles move. I mean, these are real cars. I think most of the cars are from the 1950s and 1960s. I'd have to look up and do some research on what every car is. I think there's some websites that share that information and show what type of car each one is and where it is located here in Carhenge. For all you car gurus out there. Man, that's crazy though. Oh, there's bird poop. There's bird poop.
You're gonna have to worry about bird flu.
See, I got hand sanitizer because it's the age of COVID, so come prepared. This is so cool. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's so cool. And everything is like placed what the actual Stonehenge is. Here comes the wind, so this might be really hard to hear. Alright, a lot of other sculptures all the way around this ground, so we're going to walk around and see this. Check this out. So this is the spawning salmon. It's a pretty cool looking fish coming out of the ground. And I think it's made of car parts as well. Look at this, they got like a T-Rex. Oh, look, he dances in the wind a little bit. Did you see that? It's dancing in the wind. Now, I don't know if this is made from car parts, but I'm assuming they all are. I guess his tail looks like it's made out of hubcaps. That's awesome. And then over here, I've heard of this. I read up on this place a little bit before I came here. Here lies 3 bones of foreign cars. They served their purpose while Detroit slept. Now Detroit is awake and America is great. So I think there are actual 3 foreign cars are buried in the ground here beneath our feet. Somebody drew a little pecker. Oh, America's great. Anyway. It's like a small car graveyard. Rest in peace. So as you probably can tell by now, the wind out here was absolutely horrendous. Filming in the high plains here in western Nebraska, very windy out, and I did not have a Deadcat mic with me at the time of filming. It was a lesson learned. I have since purchased one and have been using it, so I highly recommend anyone filming out in the great outdoors, get yourself a Deadcat microphone or a wind-blocking mic. So anyway, bear with me. I'm going to be speaking over the camera throughout the rest of this video. Right here is artwork surrounding Carhenge. This is the Ford Seasons, a green car, 2 cars that are yellow stacked on top of each other, a light brown colored car and a white car. And I think they depict the 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. That would be my best guess. So taking a look at this and kind of bewildered, it's so windy out, I was surprised that those 2 cars were even being held up. They were shaking pretty violently in the wind throughout the entire visit here at Carhenge that afternoon. But the cables still hold. And here we have an old station wagon designed to look like a covered wagon hitting the old Oregon Trail, or one of those famous old western trails that go through Nebraska. It's kind of like Chevy Chase meets the Wild West in some sense. Little National Lampoon's Vacation tribute maybe. But yeah, I got a kick out of seeing this. It definitely is a wink and a nod at the history of Nebraska with a 20th century car twist. Speaking of twisting, let's twist around and look at this white car here that you can sign. You can autograph this, you can draw on it, and luckily for me, I brought my marker here, so let's get to work. Let's autograph this white car. We drove out here to western Nebraska to leave our mark. So here I'm basically explaining I've got the blue marker, my brother Connor's got the red one, and we are going to sign our names on this blank canvas, this white car here at the top of the hill at Carhenge, the only car that you're allowed to sign and draw pictures. There it is. Nailed it. You got a nicer handwriting than me. So it looks like they recoat this car every year, because all I'm seeing are autographs dated 2020. But here are a few examples of what they have, what people have drawn on the car. Hey, down in front. Jeez. See, some people have been tracing their hands. So the wind got really bad here again as I was rounding the corner of this car. You could see all of the really awesome artwork that people have left behind. I'm guessing that they must repaint this every year because a lot of the dates were from 2020. There's a really cool looking spooky ghost figure somebody drew up there at the top. Just a lot of fun looking at all the messages that people left. And this, I loved how this person looks all confused. Whoever drew that kind of used the grooves in the car to make it look like somebody's sitting down. But again, a lot of fun just reading messages that people have left, seeing all the cartoon characters people have left behind here. A lot of fun. I wish they had more cars like this. So here's an overall view of all of the artwork scattered around the hillside. And there is Carhenge there in the distance. And you can see the path goes all the way up the hill to various art forms and back down. And that's actually a time capsule there. So this car buried in the ground is a time capsule buried in 2004 by students. But I was a little confused because it said classes of 1941 to 1945, World War II. But I guess it's going to be opened up in 2044. So I'm assuming that's a 40-year time capsule. This car here was buried in 2003, and this is going to be opened in 2053. So this is a 50-year time capsule in this car, buried halfway in the sand. All right. Well, that was very windy. Again, I don't know how well the audio picked up through all this, but this is awesome. It's definitely worth coming out to the middle of nowhere, Nebraska to see. I will say that. This is kind of weird. There's like a steering wheel. It's a Buick, it looks like, sticking out of the ground. Connor, I think if you pull this out, it's like the sword in the stone. You get to keep the Buick. You get to take it home.
I don't want
See if you have the strength. Sorry, man. You're not worthy. Connor, I dare you to touch that. Put your hand on it.
it. My tetanus shot.
Put your hand on it. It can't be that hard, right?
No.
It is kind of scary. It's like razor blades. They wouldn't put something sharp here, would they? Well, it's pretty sharp. That is kind of dangerous. The power of the wind. All right, note to self, guys, if you're here, don't touch this with your bare hands. Just warning you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the heel stone. I don't know what's going on. But this is a 1962 Cadillac. So the heel stone at Stonehenge is a natural stone that was untouched outside the circle. And this is Carhenge's heel stone. It's a 1962 Cadillac. The heel stone also marks the place on the horizon where the summer solstice sunrise appears when viewed from the center of the circle. Well, it looks like people walked on this, and we've never walked in a car before, so we're just going to continue this. This is one cars that is half buried. Connor really wanted to do this.
Too tempting.
Good job.
So relieving.
All right, well, I think we've seen all we can see here at Carhenge. What did you think about it, Connor?
I liked it. I recommend it. If you're ever in western Nebraska, for some reason,
If you're ever in western Nebraska,
stop by.
stop by Carhenge. It's a must-see attraction. I'll go even further to say, even if you're not, just in western Nebraska, make a trip out here and see it with your own eyes. This is really a very unique attraction. There's been a lot of different takes on Stonehenge throughout the United States. I think there's a foam henge on the East Coast. There's several other replicas, but Carhenge by far is the best one outside of England. So I would say if you're in the United States and you're up for a very unique road trip into the western lands of Nebraska, make a trip here. It's worth it. It's a very mysterious place. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. We've got a couple more stops we're going to hit, but for now, I think it's safe to tell Carhenge it's time for me to get out of here. So follow us. We've got more on the way. So I think due to the pandemic, unfortunately, the gift shop is closed. So we can't go inside and show off what the gift shop is like and what they're selling, but they do have a museum in town here. Looks like the Night Museum, that they are selling souvenirs for Carhenge. So we are going to hit that up right now because I need to get at least a refrigerator magnet. I collect fridge magnets. I want to see what they have. We drove all the way out here. I want to get something for Carhenge, so we're going. Check this out. All right, so I did get my fridge magnet after all here at the Night Museum in Sand Hill Center. It's a really cool looking museum. It has to do with the region here in western Nebraska. There's a lot of beautiful hills that span this area that are sandy. It's really, really crazy. I drove through most of it on the way here, and I hopefully showed some of it in the video. If you haven't so far, I will be in another video. But anyway, we're gonna be heading to Chimney Rock next, so we're gonna hit the road. Hey Connor, where did I park my car? Did you see where my car went? Did it somehow end up in Carhenge? Maybe. Hold on. This isn't my car. Where did my car go? You know where my car went?